Again, if it's comfortable enough, just have a little shake, just to let that shake out. And see if you can let your jaw go. This is my favourite. Yeah, I'm afraid I've had to video that a few times over the last few months. It's probably not great for the video. But we're just going to have a little breathe. If you imagine this is what your ribs look like when we breathe. They open out and then they come back in again. So rather than start with the in breath, we're going to start by breathing out. So just a shh. And then we're going to say splat. And that's just to let your belly go. Bleh. That's what splat is. And if you let your belly go splat, your ribs will fill themselves up. So I'm just doing that with my arms. I find this quite helpful. So if it's comfortable for you to do it, give it a go. If you're sore, just relax your arms and just imagine that movement, and you can watch my arms instead. So we're going to push the air out, and then let your belly go splat. Stands for singers, please loosen abdominal tension. So it's not just a splat word. And let your belly go splat. One more. And splat. Lovely. Another little wriggle. And I'm going to hand you over to Judy.
Okay, lovely. I must say, my Scottish sweater is so much warmer than the Irish sweater that I must take it off. And as we're doing that, we must put a smile on our face. Breathing is very important, and we start our groups out with big smiles. We need to hold on to this smile muscle and keep our eyes bright and alive as we're singing and throughout the day, and think of good things. I also want to note behind me for Scotland, my husband and I are standing in front of the Harry Potter Bridge. I had to put that picture up there so that we could have that, which is wonderful. Good. You're all smiling now. How many have read all the Harry Potter books? Woohoo! Okay, that is fantastic. So yes, that photo is prominently on our wall in the hallway of our home. Okay, we are now going to have some Scottish tongue twisters, or one for sure. Penny?
Okay, we're just going to, I was going to do a scarily advanced Scottish tongue twister of Mary Mac's feyther's Mac, Mary Mac, marry me, my feyther's Mac and me, Mary Mac, and I'm going to marry Mary, take care of me, I'm going to Mac and Mary when I marry Mary Mac, and I thought that's probably a bit much, isn't it? So, we're just going to do higgledy-piggledy instead. So, just say with me, higgledy-piggledy. Higgledy-piggledy. I think it's probably an Anglo-Saxon word, actually. I tried to find out where it derived from, higgledy-piggledy, and nobody knows, which is mildly exciting, isn't it? I think there's some sort of theory that it's to do with pigs, but I think that's a little bit clutching at straws. So just say higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy. Say that with me. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy. And then say higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. I've just added the pie so that we don't have to, we've got some space to breathe. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. Try that. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. So we're going to go higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. And if that note isn't comfortable, any note will do. All this glorious harmony that we can't hear. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. And then we're going to try a slightly higher note. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. Now just take a moment, give your head a little nod. I was going to say give your nod a little head then. That won't do, will it? And a little shake, just to check. I do this with the computer, it's terrible. I stick my chin out, and I'm sure you all do the same. So it's just to remind you that you've got that lovely string, imaginary puppet string, pulling upwards from the crown of your head, so that we're not doing that. Higgledy-piggledy. One more round. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. We're going to go faster. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. Even faster. Higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy, higgledy-piggledy pie. Well, that nearly tripped me over. I don't think I can manage one faster. Right, that's enough tongue twistering. We're going to come back to our breathing just temporarily. And I've got here my shruti box, which is actually, since we're being international, it's an Indian instrument, but this one was made in Wales. But they're very popular amongst Irish and Scottish singers, particularly because you can play a lovely drone on it. So it fits with the bagpipes, which lots of our tunes are grounded in. So it just playing 2 notes on this. And it's got reeds like in a harmonica or in an accordion or a box. And this is a lullaby, which is dangerous at the beginning of a session, so we'll do it very briefly. But it's a Scottish lullaby that I love because the words are Curidún. I'm going to put that down to tell you that Curidún means to cuddle in. And so if you were going to sleep, you'd say Curidún and cuddle in and have a snuggle. So I'm going to say, just before we start, give yourself a hug. And then just have another breathe. Remember those lovely ribs moving. Little sigh, perhaps. And then the tester is to swap the arms over and hug yourself the other way around, which will feel weird. And then just sigh into that. We're going to wake you up in a minute, but I will teach you the lullaby first. So you can keep hugging yourself if you want to. It goes like this. Curidún, 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 my darling, Curidún a day. Curidún, 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 my darling, Curidún a day. And I sometimes call it the Glasgow Lullaby because it was written by Matt McGinn, who was a beautiful Glasgow songwriter. So, Curidún, 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 my darling. That's all relatively straightforward. Sing it with me. Curidún, 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 my darling. Let's have that again. Curidún, 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 my darling. And then it's Curidún the day, which is how you say today in Glasgow, or some Glasgow accents will say the day instead of today. So the last bit is Curidún the day. Curidún the day. Try that bit. Curidún the day. So I'll put it together now. Curidún, 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 my darling, Curidún a day. Curidún, 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 my darling, Curidún a day. How's that feeling? Is it settling in? Let's just have a hum of it. So a hum is just a sound. As long as your lips are closed, you're humming. And just notice your breathing. Breathe whenever you need to. Just notice when it's happening. One more on the words. Curidún, 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 my darling, Curidún a day. Curidún, 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 my darling, Curidún a day. Now, I'm afraid I'm going to hand you to Judy, and she's going to wake you right up. So we're going to undo all of that.
Okay, that is so beautiful. I must say, I have 2 new grandchildren, a grandson and a granddaughter. One is 5 months old, one is 5.5 months old, and they are now going to be hearing Credin when I rock them to sleep. And when we rock to sleep, you said we hug, but now it's time to wake. And if those of you that remember that were with us last month or have ever been with me in any of the WPC choirs, I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. So, and this is on the WPC site. I will also make sure that these songs are on my website as well as Penny's. My website is judyspencer.com. So we can always sing these songs together if you need to turn to them. But I'm alive, awake, alert goes like this. And I want everybody to follow me. I'm alive, we touch our head. I'm alive, awake, touch our shoulders. Alert, give yourselves a hold. Enthuse, we touch our thighs. Enthusiast, we clap our hands. And then snap our fingers. So it goes, I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. And it sounds like this. And if you know it, sing with me. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. Now backwards. Alert, awake, alive. Alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Now the lyrics are saying, I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. So we must look alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic, which means the smile goes on the face. And the words are pronounced very clearly. So we hear every T, enthusiastic, we hear the C. So I can hear you and watch you, and so we're going to speed it up. I'm ready, I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, alert, awake, alive, alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. One more time with a Scottish, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try. Here we go. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, alert, awake, alive, alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm sorry, Penny, I tried. I really tried. I don't know what it was. So let's go into some Scottish tunes, okay? Handing you the mic to you.
It's beautiful work, really, Judy. I've, you know.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
I'm sure everybody's accents were as good as that. I was born in England, so although I sing in a Scottish accent because I've sung in Scotland for so many years and learnt so many songs from Scottish singers, my speaking accent is still mostly English. So there we go.
Well,
I'm not going to.
We'll
I'm
do
not
our
going to try and
best.
do a
And
Scottish
the best
accent.
thing is what we want is smiles and fun, correct?
You're so right. You're so
Yes.
right.
Singing for fun.
Yes. My singing group, we laugh as much as we do sing.
Yes.
Mostly accidentally. This is a little awake song as well. It's a song it's a tune that's often used for the Gay Gordons in Ceilidh dancing in Scotland, which we won't be doing because I don't have room in my living room. And it's one of those everyone loves the Gay Gordons. Probably not everyone does. If you like Ceilidh dancing, you probably like the Gay Gordons. But it's one of those that's got this fancy. You swap and you're going that way, and then you swap, and you have to get the loop. Anyway, we're not doing that. We're just going to learn the song. And like so many brilliant Scottish songs, the tune goes way back and they've often been nicked from the Gaelic traditions that go back further, certainly from the Highland and Island traditions. So this was originally written. This is Mary's wedding. Some of you might know. In fact, let me sing a chorus of it for you, and then you'll know if you've recognised it. It goes: step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row all for Mary's wedding. And you can just imagine yourself dancing and getting the steps wrong, which is what ceilidh dancing's all about. And it was originally written. It was to celebrate Mary. Oh, what was her name? It was Mary. It was Mary McNiven, who was a beautiful singer and I think fiddle player at the Mod. And the Mod is like the I was going to say it's like an Eisteddfod, but that's the Welsh one, and you might not know what that is either. It's the big music gathering of Gaelic people all across Scotland, and it happens every year, and it's taken very, very seriously. People train for months on one song just to get it absolutely perfect, and
yes.
It's very proper, and and there are all sorts of sessions as well. Anyway, this Mary McNiven sung this beautiful. We've got a screen share. This beautiful singing deserved a song to say how beautiful it was, and that's where this tune comes from. And it was written, it was originally written in Gaelic. The English words were written by Hugh Robertson 20 or 30 years later, and this is the very mostly well-known version of it. So I'll just do it a line about for you. I'll sing each line twice. If you know it, sing it twice. If you don't know it, join in with me the second time. So it's step we gaily on we go, step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Oh, that's hard to pick up, isn't it? I'm going to put those two together. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. And again, step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. That little rhythm there, da-da, comes from the piping. It's when you cut away quickly one of the holes on the bagpipes, and it's known as the Scots snap or the Scotch snap, depending where you're studying music. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Let's just do that once more. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Now you've got the tune. Arm in arm and row on row. Just try that one. Arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. All for Mary's wedding. Arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Let's try that again. Arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. And we go back to the top. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Breathe, and we're going to do it once more. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe. Arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. How's that feeling? Making some sense?
Good.
I'm going to check the timing before I decide whether or not to do the verses with you. Where are we at? It's past.
What if you sing the verses and we sing the chorus with you?
I'm happy to do that. Yeah, shall we do that?
Sure.
And like lots of the traditional tunes, a drone works, so I won't play the shruti, but if you want to join in on the verses and you've never heard it before, just bagpipe your way right in there. Any note will do.
I could actually do that behind you right now, but I won't.
On we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Over hill ways, up and down, myrtle green and bracken brown, Pass the shillings through the town, all for sake of Mary. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Red her cheek as rowans are, brighter eyes as any star, fairest of them all by far is our darling Mary. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Plenty head and plenty meal, plenty pig to fill her creel, plenty bonny bairns a wheel, that's the toast for Mary. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Step we gaily, on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row on row, all for Mary's wedding. Were you up and down?
That was beautiful.
It's got
Woohoo!
a hasn't it? And because of the heel and toe, I always find myself sort of stepping it out like that.
Yes.
Right.
A great one.
A beaut. Now we've got a super special song now, which is that you'll all know, which is the Sky Boat song. And the reason it's special is because James, who is James? Did James get in? Let me have a scroll through my screen here and see if we've got James. Perhaps. Oh yes, thank you for waving, James.
Wave, James.
It's like playing Where's Wally? Where's James?
Oh, there he is. Yahoo!
I'm just gonna let you know how the tune of this goes, remind you, because you'll all have heard it at some point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play a beautiful video that James has put a slideshow together of amazing photographs that he's taken all over Scotland and a few from Ireland, because he just couldn't quite resist a bit of the Antrim coastline. Let me just put my capo on here so that it's in the right key. And it's the song that goes, speed bonny boat like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry, carry the lad that's born to be king, over the sea to sky. Do you use lots of singing along? Is that familiar enough? I'm just going to tell you how the verse goes, because people sometimes don't know that a bit. It goes, loud the winds howl, loud the waves roar, thunder claps rend the air. Oh, that's my favourite bit. Let's do that again. Loud the winds howl, loud the waves roar, thunder claps rend the air. Baffled our foes stand on the shore, follow they do not dare. So give yourself a little twiddle at the end there. Dare. Speed bonny boat like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry, carry the lad that's born to be king, over the sea to sky. So that's, as I say, probably quite familiar to you. It's like in the grand old tradition, it was an old Gaelic tune that somebody collected from a Gaelic singer way back, and the words were written to it. There's another set of words that Robert Louis Stevenson wrote that people never caught on. These were the ones that caught on, and they're from about 1870s, might be the 1860s.
Wow.
But it's telling the story from the 1740s of when Bonnie Prince Charlie escaped across to Skye on a boat hidden by Flora McNeil. So it's, which is a true story after the Battle of Culloden. So it's quite a big historical tale, and also just an incredibly beautiful song. So Kathleen's going to play you the video, and you can just enjoy some of these beautiful pictures. And many thanks to James for putting this together. And
Thank you,
along.
James.
like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king, over the sea to sky. Though the waves leap, soft shall ye sleep, ocean's a royal bed. Rocked in the deep, Flora will keep watch o'er your weary head. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king, over the sea to sky. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king, over the sea to sky.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous to see those photos of Scotland. I remember our drive. We drove all around Scotland, and I saw a lot of that scenery, and it reminds me of where I was raised. If you see the Canadian flag behind me, I was born and raised in Calgary, which is a very Scottish city. We belonged to the Glencoe Club. Everywhere was plaid. We celebrated Bobby Burns, and Banff, if you've been to Canada, was named after Banff, Scotland, and the castle there just reminds me so much of Scotland. So it's wonderful, wonderful to see. And with that said, I want to move on to side by side because we are a global community. Each month we will be having a different country, but Side by Side was one of the winning songs in the 2019 song competition for WPC. I believe, and I might not be quite right on this number, but I think there was about 68 songs from around the world that came in, and we had 8 people from around the globe that were hearing these songs, and they rated these songs, and Side by Side just stood out amongst all the songs for the music, for the lyrics. And a very special thing about this song, it wasn't just written by Penny, it was written by Singing for Fun, the entire group that sings with Penny. So we need to give them a special thank you. And I'm very excited for all of us to sing this together today. And we'll get the words up. And are you ready to go, Penny?
Are we going to jump straight in?
I think. Well, you add whatever you need to add.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, just to say, the process of writing this together as a group was just beautiful and wonderful. And I think other songs could have spun out of the conversations that we had just about shared experiences and different experiences of living with Parkinson's in the group. And I learned a lot from people, the conversations that we wouldn't have, necessarily had, but because of the focused thing. So it was really a gift for me as well as for the group, I think, just to have that space to do it, and we love singing the song, so it's lovely to share it with you all. There's an opening bit that we won't do because it really needs to be done by a group of people all together, but I'll just tell you what it is. It has, some of you will have sung it, I know, at the Congress last year, but it's a little percussive bit that has shake, shake, tremor, shake, shake, tremor, and then builds up this little layer of sort of the frustrations before we lead into the song, but we're going to jump straight into the song and forego that little bit today. I'm sorry to say. Okay, so the bit we'll start at is these buttons and laces, and what I'll do is I'll sing the tune of the verse for anyone that hasn't had a go at it before, and I'll sing it twice, and then I'll sing the chorus twice, just so you've had a little lead in, and then we'll just jump right in, and if you find yourself singing something else, that's how it goes today. That is my always system. That's not just when people are on Zoom. I'm very happy with different notes. I think it's more exciting that way. Okay. These buttons
and laces.
I'm going to be late. We'll be late again. We're a little unsteady. We're a little unsure. But there's hope in our hearts that we'll secure. How's that feeling? Is it sounding out? Can you hear my voice all right over the piano?
Sounds very good. Good balance.
Let's do that again. These buttons and laces, they drive me insane. I'm going to be late. We'll be late again. We're a little unsteady. We're a little unsure. But there's hope in our hearts that we'll secure. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Side by side, together in tune. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Together in tune. We're going to do that chorus again. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Side by side, together in tune. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Together in tune. Hello, Sally's here. Great. Sally is the other song leader for the other singing. We've got two. How lucky are we? We've got two Singing for Fun groups with the Parkinson's branch in Edinburgh, and so Sally's my co-song leader. So it's lovely to see her face pop up.
Fabulous.
Oh. I don't know why my video went away then. How strange. Can you see and hear me? Oh, goodness me, technology. It's something else, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning, and we're just going to sing the whole lot of that through. So there's 3 verses, and the words fit, as I say, however they fit for you today. But I just encourage you, if you're able, to click onto gallery view, because really with this song, what an amazing opportunity to really sing it and see that side by side with people who are, some people that are friends and some people that are strangers with this particular shared experience, feeling connected over what a silver lining this is to a weird time. So put your gallery view on, sing along with me, have a snooze if you've had enough, do what you need to do, and I'll see you at the other end. These buttons and laces, they drive me insane. I'm going to be late. We'll be late again. We're a little unsteady. We're a little unsure. But there's hope in our hearts that we'll secure. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Side by side, together in tune. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Together in tune. Singing gives me freedom to let myself go, to visit all the places that I used to know. We're living our lives as we've always done, with our backs to the wall and our face to the sun. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Side by side, together in tune. Side by side, we're winters and years that go by, we're still who we were, still determined to fly. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Side by side, together in tune. Side by side, we're singing in harmony. Together in tune. Together in tune. Sorry, I forgot to warn you there. We always make that fly long, and 3 or 4 people are always flapping their arms in the group when we sing that. So I hope somebody.
So, Penny, I'm going to unmute everybody just for a quick few seconds so we can get you the round of applause you richly deserve.
Yes.
All right, I'm unmuting everybody. Woo-hoo! All right, let's hear it.
Hey, bravo. Thank you very much.
All right, and now I'm going to mute everybody again, and I'm going to have to unmute you. So, 1 second.
Okay. And unmute me. Make sure I'm unmuted. Good. Okay. And Penny is too? Wonderful. That is an amazing song. I don't know if we have time to watch the video from the WPC. When we sing this song, it gives me so much thanks for the WPC and what you stand for. And I think at this time, before we go any further, Eli, if you could just talk a little bit more about the WPC, what the mission is, who is involved, and because we all want to say thank you.
Thanks, Judy. Yeah, for those of you who are only coming to this sing-along for the first time ever, and you don't know about the World Parkinson Coalition, we are a very small nonprofit organization with a huge mission and mandate, which is to host the World Parkinson Congresses every 3 years. And the whole idea from when we started was that back in the day, there was never an opportunity for everyone in the community to come together under one roof. And when I say everyone, I mean the basic scientists who sit in laboratories all day long, the people with Parkinson's, the families, the rehab specialists, the vocal coaches, clinicians, and everyone. And so the mission is for us to get everyone out of their silos, bring everyone together to learn from each other, inspire each other, educate each other, and build what are really important connections. It may not surprise some of you that for many years, when I meet basic scientists, the scientists who work in the laboratories to find cures for Parkinson's, a lot of them say that the World Parkinson Congress was the first time they ever met a person actually living with Parkinson's, and that their attendance at the Congress was incredibly powerful and impactful, and gave them new inspiration to see what it was like to live with Parkinson's and not just see it at a cellular level in the laboratory. So this music at the WPC has slowly grown over the years, and Judy's played a major part of that. But it's so funny because when we first started singing, I often thought we're doing the vocal really for the people with Parkinson's and their families. It's so important. But what I hear at the Congress when we have our opening ceremony and we have singing, I have so many scientists and doctors who say they're so inspired by the choir. It moves them so much that it's just a reminder that it doesn't matter what category you sit in. If you're touched by Parkinson's, music is so important for everyone to hear it, to sing it, and to be involved with it. So if you don't know about the World Parkinson Congress, now that you're on our list, we'll send you an update. And maybe if you're able to, and if the world is able to, come together in June of 2022, maybe we'll see you in Barcelona at the 6th World Parkinson Congress as part of the choir. Thanks, Judy.
Thank you, Eli. And I must say, you would think this would be run by a lot of people, but Eli's been with the WPC since its inception. I think was that 2007 or 2006, 2007. 2007. And then Kathleen, we met you in 2016 in Portland. And Kathleen is the digital and outreach manager. And then Alina, if you could wave so we could see you. You are the latest communications coordinator. And these three women take this WPC to where it's going. It is wonderful to experience together. And and Parky the raccoon. I don't know where he is, but we can't forget about Parky. He's been with us since 2012, I believe, and he changes his outfit with every Congress that we go to. So we love him. And we're coming to a close. Oh, goody. I don't have Parky up here. I've got to get him up here. I forgot him. He's sitting on my bed, I believe. So as we come to a close, this happens every single month, the second Wednesday of each month. And each month we will have a different co-host country. We're starting off with the winners of the particular songs. So next month, Daniel Reed, who wrote the other winning song for the 2019 competition, will be with us. And he is a young Parkinsonian that lives in Bloomington, Indiana, and teaches at the University of Indiana. And then in December, Pat, I noticed you're on. Canada will be co-hosting. And then starting January 2021, it will be Japan. And then we'll just start taking a trip around the globe so that we'll end up in Spain, Barcelona. So that is very, very exciting. And again, a special thank you to Penny Stone and Singing for Fun group for being with us. We know it's getting a little bit late there. I think you're probably about 8 o'clock in the evening. And I think I saw a few people from probably in the middle of the night for some people, if we've got Japan on or Australia. So we definitely appreciate you being with us. We promise we will take those time slots a few times as well, because we need to have those 3 a.m. Zoom calls as well. Kathleen and I will be awake, and we'll make sure we wake up you, Eli, to get going. Okay, so as we close, I always like to have a global circle, even though you look at the squares that are on the screen in front of you. Look around and wave to those above you, below you, say thank you to everyone that's there. And as we close, it's always wonderful to share something that we can give to the global community. And I was thinking as we were going through this is harvest season for us here on the western part of the globe. And I look outside, it's beautiful, the fall colors are out. We've had lots of rain. I believe up in Canada, they've already had snow. So there's many things that we can be grateful for. But I would like, if you can, and if you can raise your hand so Kathleen can see you, if we can have 3 items that we are grateful for. One could be the gift of song. Let's take that one as the first one. The gift of song, the gift of music is something that we are grateful for and that we want to share. Does anyone else have something that they would like to add? Pat, I see your hand up. Can you unmute Pat, Kathleen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pat.
I just want to say I am so grateful for the WPC, and I can't wait, and I hope nothing comes in the way of coming to Barcelona.
For sure. Okay. Wonderful. It's good to see you. Is there one more?
Okay.
Oh, I see. Is it Dawn? Kathleen, can you unmute
Okay.
Dawn? D-A-W-N. With her beautiful tam.
To unmute there. Good. I'm really grateful for Zoom, because we have a Zoom meeting with my Parkinson's friends every morning, a lot of them are on their own, and it's a really amazing meeting place. So I'm very grateful. Thank you, Mr. Zoom, for actually making this possible.
Yes, we all should have invested in Zoom back in March.
I just want to give a shout out to Lou's really awesome hat.
Please.
Can you show off your hat? That is an awesome hat, and it is the proper plaid, and it's great.
Love it.
And I know I've put you on the spot, but I wanted to share that because it was worth it.
I think it goes really well with the leopard or whatever it is little jacket. I like the two together. That was good.
Okay.
Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, if possible, once we're done, if you could play the video from the opening ceremonies. Is that possible? Or does Penny have it?
I have it.
That would be wonderful. Though, for those that would like to stay around and watch the video from the opening ceremonies, that would be fantastic. Okay, so let's together put our left hand up to the screen because we're holding each other's hands. And with our right hand, turn it up so that we are holding the gift of song, the gift of music, the gift that the WPC brings to the global community, as well as Zoom. And we would like to share these with the entire globe. So on the count of 3, we'll give it away. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it feels so good. Give yourself a hug, and that hug is being given to each and every one of us that are here today and those that we want to share it with. That was fabulous. Thank you so much. So next month, hugs are fantastic. Next month, I believe.
Curridun, my darling, Curridun a day. Just to remind you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Penny. We will see you all next month. I believe it's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. November 4th, no, the date. I didn't write that one down. The second Wednesday of the month. Whatever it is.
So it's going to be November 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be noon on the west coast of the United States and Canada. And it's going to be 8 p.m. in the United Kingdom.
All right. Wonderful. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I'm going to unmute everybody. We can all say goodbye and make a lot of chatter.
Good to see you all. Good to see you, sister.
See you from Australia.
Bye.
Bye from Australia.
Bye.
Australia. From Australia.
Thank you, Australia, for coming. You're awesome.
Yes.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Aloha.
So if you want to stay on, Kathleen will play the opening ceremony song.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Share. All right. And play.
It's me.
Oh, no, sorry, not my computer. Give me 1 second. I wanted to turn the sound up. Okay, there we go. It's always one technical difficulty. Here we go.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you all.
Tremor. Shake. Shake, 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 shake. Tremor. Shake. Shake, shake, tremor. Shake.
Thank you. We will all see each other side by side next month. Okay, bye for now.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Pam.